On this episode of Auction Walk, Mike and I are at the 2023 Mecum auction in Kissimmee, Florida. We will check out some cool cars and trucks, guess the hammer price, and see how we did at the end. Welcome to Auction Walk. I'm Tony, this is Mike.
I'm Mike.
On this episode, we have 4 cars to go over. A lot of variety. Some European exotic, some classics, one that was a little questionable. Check it out.
Can't wait.
Next, we check out a 1971 Chevrolet Suburban. Blue, almost petty blue.
It was. That was a fun review.
Yeah, it's a nice one. I guess lot L10, 1971 GMC Suburban Custom. So this has a 5.7 liter.
Yeah, it's a 350.
Okay.
Yep.
Automatic transmission and 22-inch wheels. So
I don't know a lot about this, but I
love GMC front ends. I love the forward headlights. I like the grille. I like the bumper. It looks fantastic, actually. I don't like the black. You said you do.
I do, because it pops off of the stainless.
There's a lot of pitting on this right here. Now, one advantage of this car, I believe, because I have a 72 GMC, not a Suburban, just a short bed. This is the same parts.
Right. And they're readily available.
Part availability is off the charts.
Yeah. Well, everybody
so
and their brother makes an aftermarket.
You can get everything you want.
Boy, is that a hood.
Yes.
Look at this thing. All right. Well, yep. It's a Chevy 350. We've got a billet air breather cap.
Yep.
It's all aluminum.
No AC,
orange.
which would be torture.
It would be. How hard is it to put an aftermarket AC in this?
You can do it. It's good. I bet it's going to be $1,000 of parts and another $1,000 in labor if you don't want to do it yourself.
Say a few $1,000s and you've got AC in this, which is kind of a must. I would say.
This is more original than custom. It's basically wheels and the paint.
Right.
It's custom.
Right, and some pieces on the engine.
I love the bench seat into this car.
Okay, door panels to me I like. It's kind of this embossed kind of floral viney thing.
Now, if I had this sucker, we'd have an incredible audio system, but I would keep it retro just like this.
Absolutely.
Just
so
looks like a
you would run into a
or
Bluetooth. You'd hide your amplifiers. You'd look at this. It's 3 rows of bench.
Yes.
That's incredible.
It's a
1,
party.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is an 8-passenger vehicle, right?
Okay, interior, let's rate it. The dash looks really nice. This seat has a lot of wear.
So you recover the seat.
Yes.
And you're probably
How's the back seat look here?
I
Watch
haven't
the
looked
door.
at it.
Okay.
So the armrests are good.
Let's try it out.
The carpet is new-ish.
Oh yeah.
All right. So really, I think we're running 3 people in the front, 2 and 2. So it's actually this is a 7-passenger. If you had kids, you could fit 8 in here.
Yeah. Room for subwoofers.
Absolutely. What would you do? This is a giant tin box, so you'd have to
you gotta have AC in there.
And you'd have to have soundproof.
Unless you want a sauna,
right? If you're going to put subs in here, you'd want to deaden some of the sheet metal, right?
Right.
You would take the carpet off. And
you would. Yes. If you're doing that, you might as well recover all these seats
and
at the same time.
And take this headliner down and do the same thing. This is going to be a rattle box with subs.
Yes.
But I like it. What is this? This almost reminds me of a 737 right here. Look at this. Like you're in the interior of a 737. Look at above your head. This whole upper channel, this upper balance. I like it.
This stuff gives me some clues, though.
Okay. Talk to me
Did they just give it some paint?
Right.
You know what I mean? Did they really take it apart? I don't think they did. It doesn't look like they took it apart.
Okay.
This is the original color right here.
Okay.
And
well, that's definitely different from the outside.
When you look at this right here, this is where. That could be original too.
Right. Oh, chances are that the panels are original.
Yeah.
These were just cardboard, right? Vinyl over cardboard. All of these panels, and they're kind of rattly. You'd have to tighten these up. There's some missing screws.
I bet it sounds.
Well, as soon
you're
as
going to need a good audio
system to
cover
your
up the
212s
rattles
in here, for sure.
Exactly. But it's in good enough condition to enjoy right now. Paint-wise, there's some swirl marks in there. I love it.
I do too.
think these are not hot right now. They're kind of hot.
Okay.
But they're going to be really hot.
Right.
I mean, we have a hot car right next to it. That Ford Bronco. I think these are going to be hot.
Wow.
That's cool.
Wow. Man,
this has not been taken out.
Tony, buy this thing and you could have a party in this thing comfortably.
Okay, let's do some ratings then.
Okay. I would say the paint to me is a 7. There's nothing that stands out to me. There's some swirl marks. There's some.
I see no blemishes at all, but we haven't really gone over it.
So there's some spots if you look back here where this is shinier than this area.
Yeah.
It's not perfectly balanced.
But it's a Suburban.
Right.
I'm giving this an 8.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, so
I
we're
love
between
the
a 7
paint.
and an 8 on the paint.
I like the wheels. I love the stance.
I do too. I
The
think
interior. I like the look of it because it's original.
Look at the size of this quarter. It's like, hey, help me with this quarter panel down there.
I mean, and that's hard to get right.
Right. Yeah.
Notice, I don't know, no door on this side, which is fantastic.
Right.
It would be cool to put a sunroof, custom
that would be
sunroof.
awesome.
But you're gonna kill the car. But
the door's shut pretty good if I
engine
so
wise,
myself here. Look at this.
Engine wise, I'll just give it a 6. It looks okay.
It's a Chevy 350 with some trim outs, right?
Okay, now a big negative.
Okay.
No air conditioning. It doesn't even look like the heat is attached.
Right.
So you have essentially no heating or air conditioning.
Well, if you're in Fort Myers, Florida, you're baking to death.
I mean, I don't care where you're at in this sucker. You need air conditioning.
I think the bench seat in the front needs a full recovering.
Right.
There's some trim pieces that are definitely getting rusted or pitted, not rusted. There's some pitting all through the front here.
Yes.
It looks good over here. That's been deleted in the back. There's some inconsistencies too.
Right.
So
Price.
match the front. God, I have no idea where this is going from. Here's the fun part.
Is there a reserve? There is a reserve.
Okay. Somebody feels like they want to get $55,000 for this thing. I'm going to say.
Actually, prior to looking at it, I was giving it a $24,000.
Wow. I guess
I like what it looks like, except for the little interior. I think the air conditioning being in Florida is going to be a huge deal. But I'm going to go 28.
28.
They're not hot yet.
Okay.
I may be way off.
Well, if it's $28,000,
I got a feeling it's going to be in the middle of our bad guesses. So we'll see.
Okay.
1999 BMW M Roadster.
I love these cars. This one was pretty cool. Hey, Mike.
All right.
G172.1, a 1999 BMW M Roadster. 240 horsepower, 5-speed, 43,000 miles. That's kind of high for these, actually, because a lot of people didn't drive them. 17-inch wheels, clean Carfax. AC.
I gotta be honest. One of the things that sticks out to me, I'm not a Euro car fan, but I like roadsters. I like the feel of any roadster. It gives you the feel of fun, right? I like Miatas. This is kind of in that class, right? It'd be the same class car.
Look at those tires, though. Look at the rims.
Right.
They're fat. This thing is fast. My buddy had one. Took me for a ride. It is like a freaking go-kart. 240 horsepower in this little thing.
Right.
It weighs 3,000 pounds.
So power to weight ratio, this is enough power to have a lot of fun with, not too much to get in trouble with.
They're kind of rare. They made 15,000 of them between 1996 and 2002.
Well, I'm going to tell you that I like this car. I do like it. This would be my kind of car if I were to...
I would like to own one.
If I were to get into a Euro car, this would be it.
I really like this interior, the color. The seats are fantastic. Some of the best seats. They really grip you up on the top too, on your shoulders right here. And
I mean, to look at this almost looks like the Deadpool series BMW, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like its outfit.
Right, exactly.
And I like it.
I do too.
I like it a lot.
I love the color combination.
Yes. Do your research before these. They had some chassis problems.
Okay.
And Most people have fixed them, but it's something, if you're gonna, actually look at it, you need to investigate that. And I might be wrong. It might be only certain years.
So is this is an actual convertible? This is a drop top, the power drop top. So this, I mean, it's the right size. You're not claustrophobic in this. I'd go for a ride in this.
No, and unlike a Cobra replica or something like that, it's fully comfortable.
Right.
Your feet can actually fit on the pedals.
Right.
Well,
this is probably.
I still have headroom, plenty of headroom.
The cab is noticeebly bigger than a Cobra.
Oh yeah.
Even though the car,
is not.
The car is not.
Interior rating, I love the colors.
It's a 10.
Condition.
I love the color combination. It's not an accented interior. It's actually a split, right? There's 50% red and black, and it's the right color.
Fantastic condition. Paint. See anything wrong with the paint?
I'm looking.
Doors shut good.
I mean, I really like it. Even the rocker covers, right? The cup holders they look like add-ons, right?
Right.
But it's really cool. The lines, it's typical German engineering. Just everything fits flawlessly. No, I don't see anything that stands out to me. I thought that this was a scrape, but it's
so collectability. They've been going up a little bit, but not as much as you think.
Okay.
Because
are these rare or?
Well, it's an M series.
Okay.
They made a slow version of this too. This is the fast version. So, what do you think's the price?
I'm envisioning. I'd have to totally guess, but I'm envisioning this is $24,000.
I think you're pretty darn close. I'm gonna go for, and this is actually, I'm gonna bump it up from what I thought.
Okay.
Because I've seen it now. I'm gonna go 28,000.
All right, let's see.
All right.
Let's see.
We stumbled across a 1978 Trans Am with an LS3. I think this caught our attention because I have one.
Yep.
But
yours is a 79, but it's very similar.
Yep.
Almost the same color.
Check it out. It's pretty cool.
Is there a second piece here? There
Oh,
it is.
just pull.
Oh, look, it's not a real shaker.
No.
Oh my God. This is a carbureted LS3. This is the way I would do an LS3. On a car like this is what I would do. And it looks fantastic. The problem is you can't.
I completely disagree.
You want to have the modern LS3, without the carburation. You want the whole.
And it doesn't look clean. I don't like how it sits up on.
No,
there.
I don't like that air breather. I don't like that portion of it. I like looking at the carbureted retrofitted LS3s. Let me tell you what I like about 78s. 78s have, I call it the swooped grille, where the headlights are one giant bezel and it swoops down. It gives you that Pontiac.
I think this is the best
insignia.
here, and this is coming from somebody that has a 79.
It's just the front end looks well done.
Yeah.
I think they did this for 2 years, 77 and 78.
It does have aftermarket suspension.
It does.
Tubular.
Yep, it's got the upper and lower tubular A-arms. It looks like a factory K-frame. It's got, look at the
Willwood brakes, not too impressive though. That's kind of cool looking.
So we have the fender supports here, and this is nice. This is billet, right? And I really like that. This is polished billet. Actually, they didn't do anything inherently wrong with their vision here. They've got some braided hoses. They've got billet pieces. But then again, it seems like they did this on a budget. They probably had limited means because some of the bracketry is not billet, some of it.
It looks like it was vintage air.
This stuff gets really expensive though.
So
if I were to do this, I'd have billet hood hinges. I would definitely have made this a traditional shaker. When I rev this engine, I want to have the hood scoop actually shake visibly.
So I need to make a correction. I don't see any air conditioning.
So it says vintage air, but take a look. So is this not? What is this? No, that's not that.
Where's the compressor?
It says, but I don't see the compressor. You're right.
This is no reserve. I love that.
Look at the hood. I want to show you something on the hood that's really, really cool. This looks custom painted. That's not a decal. And I really like that they ghost flamed it. Right?
Yes.
It's low lights. That right there is a nice touch on paying homage to what makes Trans Am's kind of special in this year anyway, but it's done tastefully.
All right, let's look at the interior.
take a look at something. What's the first thing you notice on the dash? It is still diamond plate, but they modernize it.
It's carbon fiber.
It's carbon fiber, but they're paying to...
I don't like it.
Okay.
When I'm in a Trans Am, I want disco. I want the original one here.
You want the diamond plate.
They have the original gauges, which is kind of shocking since they have an LS in here.
Right.
I don't care about I like the original gauges. It has a decent interior. Love the stick.
Oh, me too. So the seats are still, the seat covers look good. They're probably recent, right? The springs and cushioning is still buoyant. It's probably fully replaced.
Yes, but they kept the original look. You don't got no crazy racing seat in there. They have the original steering wheel.
The steering wheel might be slightly undersized. It looks like a 14-inch steering wheel. I don't hate that they did this in carbon fiber, but I agree with what you're saying that you want to have the Disco. 78 is kind of an era. This is missing that, right? I mean, I think it's pretty nice. The headliner is solid.
I'll give it an 8.
I actually agree with you. This is an 8.
Right.
And there's no cracks. I would get in this car and drive the hell out of it.
So if you were going to do some upgrades, I would think I would switch this out to the original.
You're going to go back to the diamond plates, just a decal,
and then maybe while I'm at it, update the gauges so I can get some of the advantages of an LS.
Something like the Dakota digital gauges,
right?
But
they still look cool, though.
But you do a retro look so that it looks. I agree with you.
I just noticed it. I got to have T-tops in my Trans Am.
Yep, this is not a T-top car.
Okay, let's do a price.
Okay, let's see how this door. Let's see how the door's shut. This is going to tell you right now.
Because I have
one
problems
finger
with this.
That's pretty nice.
Good.
It's a nice solid hit. I mean, somebody.
I mean, there's some.
Yeah, there's stuff that's not. Oh, one thing I did want to say. Look at the Endura front end, and look at the front the front spoiler. Right, this actually hugs this pretty good.
Not bad for a Trans Am.
Always pretty flawed. After
yeah, this one's not as good.
30 years, 40. No. Let's take a look. I mean, honestly, I'm going to tell you that I think the paint on this thing, we have some swirl marks. We have some sander marks. You see the sander marks? You can actually see it better looking down this way.
Yes.
Look right here. We have a little bit of surface rust on where they seam the hood together. That's popping through. That just tells me that the car has been painted, but probably
they did a nice job on the underneath here too. They gave it a little texture.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like a shark skin type material, and I like that. Yeah. Supposedly, that's also a way to kind of soundproof.
I think for a Trans Am, the paint's pretty good. Because
I'm going to say this is
most of them are fantastic.
I like this. This is not a decal.
Let's close the hood, see how it fits.
Watch the line. The line is almost true all the way through here.
Yeah. I mean, I think for a Trans Am, the hood fits really nice.
Shuts nice, fits nice.
I mean, it's not great. But
why do I like this? I like the way that they did this with the decal. And, eliminate the decal, paint it. It's just something special. If you park this next to 7 other Trans Ams, it would look different. I'm going to say that the paint is an 8.
I would agree with you. 8.
And these things in recent years have kind of come up in value.
So, all right, let's do a price. This is very hard to price. Right? Color-wise, I think the black is more desirable. This is the second most desirable.
I agree that I'd want the black and gold if I were to have a Trans Am, but I do love the color.
Yes, because this is, the Martinique blue, which is kind of rare. I have no idea if it's original. Probably not.
It has some notable upgrades to suspension. It has there's just drum brakes in the back. So this is not a WS6 package, but we do have aftermarket disc brakes in the front. I think it's got some tasteful upgrades, and I think it's pretty much a restored. Is it a full resto mod? No, this is pretty much.
And this was not a very desirable Trans Am when it was new, because like you just said, it doesn't have the WS6.
It doesn't.
And no T-top. I'm not. Okay, let's do a price. Okay. LS3 is hot. Everyone wants an LS3.
Yeah.
It's great power.
Right.
It has a good stance. Maybe a little high in the front.
I would.
But it's not bad.
I'm going to tell you what I think I'm going to tell you what I would
This
pay
is no
for
reserve. It's going to sell.
it. No, it is going to sell. $64,000.
Okay, we'll be in there shortly. Of course, I would like it to go higher since I have one, but I think you're probably right in the ballpark. I'm gonna no T-tops is gonna hurt it.
It is.
I think it's gonna go 55.
Okay.
That's my guess.
All
What's
right.
your guess again?
64.
All right. We'll see what happens.
All right.
And then we happened across a 2014 Ferrari California convertible.
Yellow.
Yellow.
I like this one a lot.
Yeah, it's some super awesome interior.
Yep.
I would not mind buying this right here. I know it's not your flavor, but some people frown on the California. I think it's a lot of bang for your buck.
I mean, so what power is this putting out? What is the power and performance?
483 horsepower, according to the tag.
Okay.
So,
I mean, that's
V8.
This thing is probably a 3,100-pound car, right?
Yeah. F1 paddles. You know.
Right.
Most people want stick. You can't get this in stick. I don't believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments.
So I'm looking here. Some things that I would like about it personally is I'm looking at the piping around the seats. I mean, that just it stands out in a tasteful way to me. I mean, I guess it's like some people might call it tacky, but I think it's really well done.
In a Ferrari, I want tacky.
Yeah, you want it. Hey, look at me.
I want it awesome.
Right. I want to feel like this is an outrageous moment, perhaps.
Yes.
If I'm in the car.
Yes.
And you gotta say something about the refined sound. It sounds like a well orchestrated V8 under full acceleration. I mean, look at the chrome. The chrome is this hasn't been recently polished or anything, but everything about the chrome.
No,
here
it
is
could
still,
use a buffing.
It could,
because you can see some,
it could, but
some swirls in the paint.
But take a look at how the light rides off the panels. Everything's very, very shined up. This is routinely washed and cared for and garage kept. And like every European performance car, the lines are impeccably balanced.
Has the navigation, ceramic disc brakes.
So the only thing that I don't like about
car,
you got to have the ceramic disc brakes.
2014 Ferrari California.
And they appear to be, well, those are these are 13-inch, easily 13-inch, possibly 14-inch discs. You have to.
Yeah.
On something like this.
All right. So let's rate this thing. We don't really do rating as far as collectability, but
no.
As a Ferrari goes, this is kind of on the lower end. This is kind of a beginner Ferrari.
Right. I get it. This is like the Porsche Boxster.
Yeah,
S, right?
the GT Ferrari.
Okay.
Which that's why I love it.
Well, I would drive the hell out of this thing.
I love it. And so
I like
paint,
the black.
I mean, it's beautiful.
I like the black.
I'll give it an 8. I mean, in a Ferrari, you expect a 10, but this one, it has some. It's been through some car washes. You can see right on the hood.
Yep.
In the glare.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you have not, those aren't swirl marks. Those are your hairline.
Right. It needs a buff.
Scratches. Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Interior, I love it.
Yeah.
No, I'll give it an 8. It's a little dirty. They needed to clean it a little bit more.
I actually think. I mean, this is a 9 on the interior. I think the only thing you're missing is some Armor All.
Yeah.
And a rag. It's really just
it
surface
needs
dust.
cleaning.
It is.
All right. Price. What's it gonna bid?
God, Tony.
I know you're clueless.
Yeah, I am completely clueless. So here we go. I'm going to have fun
I'm
with this.
slightly less clueless on this car than you are.
I'm thinking this is $61,000.
Okay. You're way off. I think it's going to be 95.
Wow. I'm way off then. Let's see.
Okay. And we might be both off. You just got to get 2 people that really want it. But
right. This is a reserve car, though. So you're
yes,
probably
and one
right.
thing we do not know is the miles. So we'll have to put that after we check on it.
Okay.
But so that'll be a huge deal. Okay, Mike, it's time for the results or the score. So let's bring it up here. We'll start with an embarrassing one for you.
Oh, okay. That's sure. I mean,
sure.
I'm always down for
okay, the 1971 Chevrolet Suburban Custom. I guess it's custom.
That's not my wheelhouse, but I like this vehicle. I remember liking it.
I loved it. I loved it. If my garage was built, if I didn't have my GMC pickup, I would be buying this thing.
It's amazing how we change over time. When I was a kid, it was always muscle cars. Now I'm looking at stuff like this, and I'm like,
I think all it needs is some new seats on this one.
I agree. I mean, I thought this was fantastic.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, you really loved it.
I did,
because you guessed it was $50,000.
I mean, there's cars going for more money that are lesser cars.
Okay, my guess was $28,000, and my guess before I looked at it was even lower. But I saw it and I thought it was pretty good, so I bumped it up a little bit. Okay, it did not sell, but the high bid was $30,000.
Oh my God, I'm like almost half.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean,
what an expert.
Yeah. I'm a little more familiar with them because I've been investigating them because I kind of like them. So, you know,
I mean, so
even if it had grid seats, I don't think it would have gotten to 50. The engine was just,
do you think it's just the market? The market right now for this particular vehicle is soft, right? It's just not a hot market for this.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think so. And then also remember, this thing did not have air conditioning.
Oh, that's a big knock.
And he's trying to sell it in South Florida. Or essentially Orlando, so I think that hurt. He didn't get the bidders, but I really think the person will realize that they should have took $30,000, but we'll see.
Well,
so we're not sure.
We'll live and learn. I could have done better.
Yeah. So all right. Next was the 1999 BMW M Roadster.
You love this thing.
Yeah, the colors, fantastic. Okay. We were both pretty close on the bid. You were at $24,000. Yep. I was at $28,000. The sales price was $31,000.
Okay.
So we're pretty close. And let's explain that. So when you look, by the way, you guys can check any of this stuff. You just go to Mecum.com and you just register. It's free, and then you can see what everything's sold for.
You can look at the results, but also you can look at the details of the vehicle.
Yep. And by the way, if you're researching about, if you're interested in some sort of car, it's great to go to their website and check out all the past sales. You can do a little search. But remember, their prices on there have any type of bidder fees, buyer fees included in it.
Right.
So we're not including that in our guesses. So when you look at, like on the example on this one, when you look at the site, it'll say $34,000 is actually $31,000 was the hammer price. So I think, we were both low, but we remember how much we loved it. We loved the colors, and I think that is what brought it up.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm. Two people love the colors just like us.
Oh, if they get caught and they're running up a bid, two people or three get caught into a bid run, they run the price.
And we're not really familiar with the M Roadster market, so we could have.
I don't think we're miles off.
No, not too bad. So okay, the '78 Pontiac Trans Am,
and I love the swooping headlights that were, I think, 77 and 78 only, and that's a big perk to that 2 year.
Right, and then remember this had the LS3. My '79 has an LS3, but this one was done with a carburetor.
Yes,
and I didn't like it. You kind of liked it, but I don't think other people liked it. So we'll go there.
The interior was stock in this also.
Yeah, which I like that. But my guess was $55,000. Your guess was $64,000, and it actually sold for $40,000.
Oh my gosh! I think somebody did all right on that.
I think so too, because what did it? If you like the engine like you, you were pretty good with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe a little stance issues, but other than that, I think they got a good deal on it. So.
They did get a good deal on it. Some of these cars are going in the $60,000 and $70,000 range right now, done similarly.
Right. The color probably hurt it, but this is the second best color in my opinion.
It is. Everybody wants the.
It's probably the most rarest color.
True, but everybody wants the Bandit, right? The black.
Right.
The black and gold.
Anyways, so we were way off on that. Yeah. Kind of stinks. All right. The 2014 Ferrari California, beautiful yellow, great car.
And it was an awesome interior in this car.
Yeah, we were way far apart on our estimates. Yours was $61,000.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Mine was $95,000. I'm more familiar with them than you are.
Yes.
It sold for only $81,000.
And that's a lot lower than you pictured.
Yeah, but the one thing, and we said it in the video when we were looking at it, we did not know the miles We still don't know the miles because when we went to the website, it did not have them. Now, obviously, if you were going to buy, bid on this, you'd have a lot attendant come over and bring the key, start it, and then you could see the miles. So obviously,
we're running a little bit blind there.
Yeah. So whatever, but it was right in the middle. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I guess we didn't look highly accurate.
Yeah,
but we've done worse.
Yeah, it was fun though.
It was.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.